All right, this Montverde woman is accused of torturing and killing her 9-year-old stepdaughter. She was booked for this brutal murder and saw a judge for the first time today. Channel 9's Nick Pampantonis is live in Tavares. And Nick, deputies are calling this the worst case of abuse that they've seen in decades. It's just a sick story.
Jamaria Sessions was just 9 years old when her evil stepmom, 34-year-old Tyshael Martin, sicked her 103-pound Rottweiler on her and forcefully kicked her while the dog was attacking this little girl. If you know me, you know I love dogs and children, so this one was hard for me to research. Although they're all hard, this one just to put something sweet like a dog and make it attack something so sweet and innocent and precious. It's just a heartbreaking story. So viewer discretion is advised. Before we begin, hello, my name is Holly. Welcome to the Murder She Shed. This is the place where you hear rarely discussed true crime and breaking cases right from my she shed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that one down there, in order to find me in this big YouTube world. I mean, a girl can get lost in here, and I often do. Sweet and beautiful Jamaria Sessions, or Mari, as loved ones called her, had a rough life from the start. Mari was born January 15, 2015 in Florida to parents Lowan Sessions and Tadrina Dort. It seemed as if Mari had a wonderful relationship with her mom, Tadrina. But unfortunately, when Mari was 7 years old, Tadrina died from congestive heart failure in 2022 after beating leukemia. She battled cancer daily to be here for her two little girls.
I wasn't ready for you. I was not prepared to be a mother. But the universe knew what I was missing and ultimately knew what I needed. I was blessed with you, my best friend, the one that keeps me going, the one that makes me want to be a better person. And I thank God that I get to spend every day with you, my love.
You can see as you watch some of these TikToks that she loved her two little girls so much, and she would have done anything for her two little girls. It's just heartbreaking as you watch these videos that she put out. Mari, it looked like, was her little princess who had to take on responsibilities at a very young age because of her mother's illness and her father that was not there for her. Their father, Lowan, barely took the time to see his two daughters when Tadrina was sick. And in January 2019, he was stopped by an officer. The officer found drugs in plain view in his vehicle. When asked to step out of the vehicle, Lowan fled from police. Inside the vehicle with Lowan was his current girlfriend, who had a small child unbuckled in her lap and 3 young girls in the back seat also unbuckled. These children were not Mari or her sister because, like I said, he did not have much to do with the girls at that point. Even though on his Facebook he brags about how he takes good care of all his kids. And I think he has 7 or 8 kids. During this police chase, he struck an undercover cop's vehicle and crashed into a palm tree with these children unbuckled inside this car. Juan was sentenced to 5 years in prison, followed by 5 years of probation, and was in prison when Tadrina passed away. After Tadrina passed away, Mari and her sister went to live with their maternal grandmother, Althea Chenault. I'm not sure how to say her last name, so I imagine I got it wrong. Anyway, they seemed to adjust to life real easily with their Nana. They enjoyed spending time with their Nana. Mari was Althea's first grandbaby, and I just had my first grandbaby, see? First time grandmother. So I know how deep the love is. I can't imagine having to go through something like this. They enjoyed, getting to spend time with their grandbaby. But soon that'd be all ripped away. Because unfortunately, 7 months later, their father was released from prison and wanted them back. In October of 2023, Mari was in 3rd grade at Legends Academy when her dad picked her and her sister up from school. And Althea never saw Mari again, although she was fighting for custody. Lowan moved Mari and her little sister in with this girlfriend, Tyshael Martin, and her 17-year-old daughter. Mari's abuse soon began. Although every child in the home had their own room with furniture and a bed, Mari did not. She was made to sleep on the couch or on a crib mattress in another child's room. Several people were allowed to abuse Mari besides her dad, Lowan, including Lowan's girlfriend, Tyshael. Some information refers her as stepmom, so I am unclear if she was stepmom or girlfriend. Doesn't matter. She was a monster, so it doesn't matter. Also, Tyshael's 17-year-old daughter admitted to giving Mari punishments. Some form of punishments were being deprived of toys and electronics, running on the treadmill, being stuck with an object both above and below the waist. The object was not named in the affidavit, although the ME said it possibly could have been like a wire. She was made to run in place with her arms up for extended periods, was kicked, punched, and pinched. Also, she was punished with wall sits. Tyshael would pinch Mari so frequently she had fingernail marks covering most of her skin. At least these are some of the punishments that they actually admitted to, so we may find out that it is so much more than this. Once it goes to court, I'm scared to know. There's really no telling what they didn't admit to. Allegedly, Lowan and Tyshael started fighting after he had an affair on her and got another woman pregnant. Imagine that. So he moved out to live with his mom and left Mari with Tyshael. Mari's sister had already moved in with Lowan's mom before he had because they claimed that having her there was making it hard on their relationship. So her sister was safe from this crazy monster because she had already been out of the home. Strange that he would leave his other daughter with Tyshael when he moved out, though. In June, Tyshael had a cruise planned and would be taking her daughters, her mom Torcha, who lived in California, and Mari. So on May 31st, they all packed their bags and traveled to Miami so they could get on the cruise ship on June 2nd. They returned from the cruise on June 9th. On June 10th, when they had returned home to Monteverde, Florida, Tyshael texted Lowan and told him her mom, Torcha, had actually taken Mari back to California with her, which was a complete lie. Right after this, Lowan arrived at Tyshael's house and stayed for a few days. He allegedly never saw or heard his daughter at the house. He left the home on June 13th after him and Tyshael got in a fight, and she squirted him with bug spray the night before. On June 15th, a surveillance video from inside the home shows her kicking Mari in the hip lower back area, causing her to fall over a bag of dog food, which hurt her ankle. Later that same day, video surveillance inside the home captured a truly horrifying scene. This video, captured just before midnight, showed Mari getting attacked by the 103-pound Rottweiler as Mari was just out of frame. However, Tyshael could be seen holding the leash of the dog and is heard encouraging the dog to bite Mari as she is laying on the floor, defenseless. Ending with Mari attempting to stand up in the doorway, coming into frame. The next clip shows Mari staggering nude and disheveled. Mari's hair, previously in a partial bun, was now messy, and her extensions were falling out of her hair. It appeared that the dog had bitten her head, pulling out her hair at the command of Tyshael. Following this clip, Mari is commanded to stand in the room with her arms up by Tyshael. Mari exhibited an orbital sway, appearing to be disoriented, and leaned forward to pick up a blanket to cover herself. This prompted Tyshael to deliver a kick to Mari's bottom, causing her to collapse to the floor. Mari lay motionless, moaning in pain as Tyshael continued to kick her hip and eventually her stomach area at full force. When the child did not get up, Tyshael then grabbed her by her hair, just pulling her across the floor with minimal resistance by the now motionless little girl. Mari was dragged near the stairs, which is where the dog continued to attack her. Tyshael continued to command Mari to stand up, but she physically could not comply, so Mari was repeatedly struck and shaken by Tyshael as she was getting attacked by this dog. Tyshael stating what sounds like, "I'm fixing to kill her." I know this is heartbreaking. It's just awful. I just can't imagine why or how you could train a dog to attack a little girl. It is really just sickening. At least one of Tyshael's daughters apparently witnessed the whole attack on Mari. Then on June 16, Tyshael drove her mom to the airport so she could catch the flight back to California. They stopped at a store on the drive, and Tyshael gave Mari a Gatorade and a banana because she was not feeling well. Imagine why. Mari vomited after eating the banana, and when they arrived at the airport, Mari expressed discomfort while walking through the parking lot. Tyshael attempted to locate a wheelchair, and it caused them to miss the flight. She was going to take this baby on a flight. This baby was dying, and she was taking her on a flight to fly to California. This baby was dying from the attack she had had by this woman, this monster, and this dog. So she missed the flight, and the flight was rescheduled for June 25th. So they returned back home to Monteverde. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Tyshael was alone in a room with Mari throughout the night of June 16th until she was discovered deceased on June 17th. Tyshael claimed she was asleep from 6 p.m. June 16th until 4 a.m. June 17th, with the exception of a brief midnight phone call from her mother. But evidence later showed that that was another lie. On June 16th, Tyshael posted this on her Facebook. "My life fixing to do a whole 360. I can feel it." It sure is, girl. It sure is. Hope you get beat around like you did this little baby. Sorry, had to add that. Shortly before 5 a.m., June 17th, Lake EMS responded to 16017 Harbor Oaks Drive, Monteverde, on a report of an unresponsive child. After waking up, Tyshael told authorities that she attempted to wake Mari up, and she found her unresponsive and cold to the touch. Lake EMS observed multiple injuries to Mari, including a significant number of abrasions, small punctures, and burns. Possible bite marks and bruising cover her body, all in various stages of healing. Lake EMS requested the Lake County Sheriff's Office respond after noting rigor mortis in her jaw, noting that it had been from 8 to 36 hours since she had died. Yet Tyshael sat in that room with her dead body and did nothing for this little girl. Nothing. Little one showed up at the home and appeared to be in disbelief that his daughter had been at residence since June the 9th because he believed, or he said he believed, she was in California. During an on-scene preliminary exam of Mari by the ME, injuries were noted all over her little body, consistent with abuse. These injuries included superficial lacerations, consistent with being pinched with significant force. Her face was swollen. She had broken teeth, blood in her left ear, along with a penetration wound behind her ear, in addition to contusions all over her body. Also burns on her foot. In an interview about Mari's injuries, Tyshael said Mari suffered the injuries while falling off of a treadmill and falling downstairs, and her lacerations were blamed on having a bad reaction to something. Blue Star Forensics, a blood developer that allowed the detection of blood traces invisible to the naked eye, was used on the treadmill and surrounding areas, and that showed no trace of blood, so that was a lie again. However, blood was detected on the stairs, master bathtub, and downstairs hallway leading to a closet and within that closet. It makes me want to think that when Mari's dad was in the home, maybe she had her stuck in this closet. And which brings me back to the Shonda Van Ark case. Maybe she made that little girl live in that closet. I think we're going to find so much more come out about this case that's going to be truly horrifying. Burns on Mari's foot, according to Tyshael, was from boiling water that was used to straighten Mari's hair. The name of the person that was fixing her hair was redacted from the affidavit, so we don't know who it was. That person saturated Mari's hair with boiling water in an effort to straighten it, and boiling water landed on her right foot. That person told detectives Mari did not complain of pain and was wearing a compression sock due to a prior ankle injury she allegedly suffered from tripping over a bag of dog food. But from video surveillance, authorities could see that injury was caused from Tyshael kicking her, as I said earlier. No one took Mari for medical treatment for the burn or the ankle injury. On June 16th, the sock was taken off Mari's foot, and it removed the skin from the top of that little girl's foot. Medical records obtained by the detectives showed that Mari had not received any medical attention since March of 2024, when her father took her to South Lake Hospital for a severe dog bite. So apparently the dog had been used in the past in order to torture this little girl. Tyshael Martin was arrested in Monteverde for first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and child neglect. She is being held in the Lake County Jail on no bond.
It is a warrant that was issued for 1 count of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated child abuse, and 1 count of child neglect. You indicated that you intended to hire a private attorney. We're waiving appointment of the public defender's office. Is that accurate?
I already have a private attorney.
You have a private attorney? Okay.
Lowan was arrested also. Even though he was not at the home that night, his little girl was murdered. Deputies said he permitted Tyshael to abuse her beyond reason and at times encouraged and assisted in the abuse himself. Reports show that Lowan's charges stem from statements made by family members and a series of text messages between him and Tyshael. They often joked about the abuse, made comments about boot camp, and created a torturous environment in which Mari would suffer long sessions of extreme exercise and extreme physical abuse. In December, Lowan told a deputy who responded to a wellness check request that Mari's absence from school was due to her mother passing away, even though she had died more than a year ago. So, made no sense. A second wellness check in March is now the subject of an internal investigation. Hopefully these two monsters get the death penalty and so much more. Little Mari, may you rest in peace. You're now in heaven with your beautiful angel mommy. Just heartbreaking. Hey, Bubba. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye to the bird or she shit. You're too close. You're too close. This is not working out. Say bye.